Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. A lot of college students look at the placements and they want to try their hands out in competitive programming. While it's actually beneficial to try out app development as well. In this video, let's talk about the hot topic of all time, which is competitive programming or app development. If you are new here, my name is Mano. I have done competitive programming for a fair amount of time, so I guess I am qualified enough to give you a perspective on what you should choose, competitive programming or app development. Both are good in their own ways. Let's figure it out which is best for you. Now let's start with the question, what is competitive programming? What is this competitive programming? So competitive programming is a mind sport. It is a mind sport for programmers. It can either happen online or as well as offline as well. So you will be given a set of questions. You have to solve those questions with the code. Your code should be capable enough to solve the questions is given, and if you solve it properly, you will be given the positive points. If not, you might be given negative points or something like that. So the thing is, you can use any language of your choice. You can use C, C++, Java, Python, whatever the languages, you can use it. You can use it to solve it. So there are a lot of sites to practice competitive programming like CodeShift, CodeForces, and a lot of there. So now let's discuss about what is app development. As the name suggests, it's developing apps. It means building apps. You can build apps or software for desktop computers. You can build for tablets. You can build for mobile computers. So if you basically use a language, obviously you are going to use a language and build apps which can be used and experienced by millions of people in the world. You will be working with real world problems. You will be solving real world problems. So it's more intuitive. You will be more engaged. You have a goal to achieve over here. So app development is a complete package, I would say. You will try to experience the power of solving problems as well as getting it to the solved problems gets to be experienced by millions of people who use your product itself. So there are multiple languages, I would say, like for HTML and CSS you can build web apps. Using React Native and Flutter you can build mobile or desktop or web apps. So now let's come to the meat part of the argument. Whether you should go with the competitive programming route or the app development route. Both are good. I have tried both of them. I tried competitive programming. I am a Flutter developer right now, so I build apps. I have tried solving problems in CodeShift and CodeForces in the past. So I guess I am qualified enough to give you a perspective over there. And if you ask me personally, I would suggest you to go with the app development route. It's a big point. Let me give you an example for that. A few months back, an entrepreneur on LinkedIn posted something. So he said that he hired a few people based on their competitive programming skills for his startup. And on the day one of their job, like I guess he hired around 5 people. On the day one of their job, he found that they weren't able to grasp the concepts. They weren't able to help the company build products and get it to the customers. And that is when this entrepreneur found that competitive programming is not just the way to hire people, because someone who is good at competitive programming might not be good at building skills and developing apps as well. So eventually, obviously, when someone is not providing value, you have to kick them out of the company. So that's what he did as well. So I suggested you to take the app development route. And I know this is a big point, but let me back my point really quick. So why you should take the app development route? Trust me, 99% of the time, people won't you won't be using what you learn in competitive programming in real work. In work culture, in your real world work, you won't be using what you learned from competitive programming. Saying that, consider that you are hired by a big company like some FAANG company. Let's say it's Google, for example. So you are hired by Google, and I'm sure Google won't be allowing you to play. I mean, they won't be placing you as an engineer in the Google search team. So they won't be asking you to go and find the bugs in the Google search algorithm. You won't be directly working in the algorithm itself. You may be working in the front end or the back end development side. and the search algorithm based sites will be handled by mostly by senior developers only. So let's say you are a mobile app developer, and you somehow want to earn as much as someone working in the FAANG company earns, or maybe higher than them, who knows. And you are asking me how to get it. Like, is there an approach for that? Yes, of course there is an approach for that. Startups are the approach to earn much higher than someone who is working in the FAANG companies can get. Like, for example, let's say you want to work at Google, and your skill sets are not aligned with the Google's hiring conditions. So you can earn like as much as someone in the FAANG company earns. So go apply for startups that are well funded, like a startup like Swiggy, startup like Zomato, or something like Cred, or any kind of startup which is well funded, running successfully, or even maybe Zero for that matter. It's a bootstrap company running successfully. So apply for those startups. So those startups value their employees more than any FAANG company will value you. And also you will get some ESOPs and stock options which might grow exponentially over the time, and you can create some really nice wealth over the time as well. So how to get into a startup? So there are multiple approaches, and the approach which I like is emailing to some startup. Go to Google, search with the startup's name, and somewhere or other you will find the startup's email ID, like their careers email ID. It's something like career@startup.com, something like that. Or you may find the founder or CEO of that startup on LinkedIn. Go and message them, go and connect with them, talk with them, tell them what value you can add to the table, tell them how you can help them grow, all sorts of things. Okay, so this is how you can interact with the founders and get your job in the startup as well. And the interesting part over here is you will be working on real world problems, which are always startups look to solve problems in the real world. They want to grow exponentially. They will be like super motivated people. You will be surrounded by motivated people all the time. From day one you will be working with real world problems around a group of super motivated people. That's super interesting though. So if you want to stand out from the crowd and not be the part of the rat race, my suggestion would be to take the app development path. It's not compulsory, obviously. You can, if you want to go in the competitive programming path, obviously you can go in the competitive programming path. If you want to take the app development path, as I said, yes, obviously you can. The option is yours. It's open to you. If you take competitive programming, become a master at it. If you take the app development route, become a master at it. So anything, you can choose anything you want, but become a master at what you choose. Become a master at your skill. So that's it for me guys in this video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.